Today, we're going to be talking about rates. But I got to get the intro out the way, so let's go. This is the most scariest part of my life, trying to pass a damn Swift truck. See my beautiful wife.
You can't see because I'm bundled up.
Yeah, she definitely bundled up. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Trucking Truth. I am your boy Aaron Hamilton, and today we're going to be talking about rates. That's right, we're going to be talking about rates. Now, before I get into the meat and the potatoes of this video, I got to get a couple promos out the way. So, okay, if you haven't done so, please go over to my wife's channel and let her know you guys support her too, okay? Her channel is going to be listed in my description box, as well as her link is going to be there too, so make sure you go into my description box, go all the way down, click her link. It's called Sharia's World. It's about her life and her journey, and on top of that, you know, show her that you guys support her like y'all support me. Alright, other than that, I'm also hiring for solo and team drivers for flatbed as well as drive-in positions. So if you guys are interested in being a part of my family with A&S Freight Express, why don't you guys send me an email, okay? And then we can sit there, chop it up, and get more information about what I'm actually paying and all of that other stuff out the way. And plus, you guys will get my number, and hopefully you guys can come work for me. So that's going to be the bomb diggity. So let's get back into the video. Cloud. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about rates. Okay, now a lot of times, and you guys hear a lot of us YouTube truck drivers talk about,
this is what my rate is.
This is what my rate is.
This is what my rate is.
but from what I see, being a spectator of hearing other YouTube truckers, such as like me, but being as a spectator, I don't really hear what people are saying what a rate is. They're just telling me what their average is. This is their average. This is their average. No one is really telling you what a rate is and how to set up your own rate. So there's a difference between an average and an average is basically understanding your lanes and stuff like that. But it's basically, you got a scale of what you're willing to pull for at a minimum and what you're willing to pull for at a maximum. Okay, now there's a lot that goes into that, so I'm going to save the average part for another video. Okay, because in this video we're talking about rates. Yes, so anyway, here's what a rate is and knowing your rate. A rate is basically a combination of your cost of operation on a daily scale. Okay, let me say that again. On a 7-day scale, your cost of operation on a 7-day scale. Now, if you guys don't know how to conduct or calculate your cost of operation and break it down to a 7-day scale, so that way you need to know, what you got to make a day to be able to break even, then you can check out my videos. I've talked about it in my cost of operation video. Just go into my channel, scroll all the way down. I only got 80, so it's not going to take you all day, and click on cost of operations, okay? And I go more in depth on that video right there. But rate has a lot to do with your cost of operation, the commodity, as well as your risk. Okay, now I'm going to say that again. Commodity, cost of operation, as well as your risk. And then the fourth, but the only thing that matters in this whole thing is your self-worth, okay? And what you're worth and what you're worth. Now, Now, when I sit here and I say what you're worth, I'm gonna explain that first. So we're gonna talk about your self-worth or your business worth. Okay? Any broker, any customer, any direct customer, direct shipper, whatever, they can call any carrier. They can call any owner operator to come pick up a load and deliver the load. But is there something about you or there's something about your carrier that is basically worth a little bit more than the other carrier? Okay? Than any other carriers. Is there something about this particular broker, this particular customer that's going to sit here and come back and keep using you as their transportation needs? So if you know this in the back of your mind, okay, it allows you to be worth just that little bit more. So that is basically your business worth or self-worth to that particular customer or broker. Okay, now if you are an owner operator who gets to pick and choose your own loads, most of the time, even though you utilize a load board, most of the time you utilize the same brokers because you establishing a relationship with them. And if you would establish a decent relationship with them, they know you're going to pick up and deliver on time and you're going to be a reliable carrier or a reliable driver. They're going to pay you a little bit more because to them you're worth a little bit more. So it's always something to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, number 2 is also talking about risk. Okay, does the risk outweigh the reward? Now, when I talk about risk, in this particular lane that I'm going to use is actually my real lane. Okay, I bid it on this lane, and this is a real lane that I actually do every week. Okay, I pick up in Bowling Green, Ohio, and I go to Nashville, Tennessee, and I pull for Coca-Cola. And my broker is called Red Classic. You all can speak to Jill over there. That is my broker. So I bid it on this particular lane. Now, on this particular lane, how it is I can pick up on a Monday morning, and it's 450-mile drive, but instead of delivering it that night, I got to deliver it in the morning. Do you guys, or Tuesday morning. So if I pick up on a Monday morning and I deliver on a Tuesday morning, and it's 450 miles, do you guys understand what the risk is? You don't. Okay, here's the risk. Okay, is the fact that I could pick it up Monday morning, I could drive it all the way through there and get there by Monday evening, but I had to sit there from Monday evening all the way to Tuesday morning. Okay, who's to sit here and say that one of the risks is once I go in on time to deliver Tuesday morning, there won't be a big old hiccup at the delivery? Okay? So that is one of my biggest risks. So I'm risking myself to be stuck there Tuesday morning all the way, clear up until about Tuesday night. Okay, has that happened to me on this particular lane? No. Has it happened to other drivers from what I found out? Yes. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to escape my good luck, one of these days and hit some bad luck down the road. So there's always that risk. One of my risks is being stuck at the delivery all day because either they're running behind or one of the power jacks broke down or whatever. So that was one of my risks. So I'm stuck with a loaded trailer that I can't get empty to go get another load. Another risk, all because when I'm talking about rate, and I'm going to explain here in a minute, is also this is a dedicated lane. So one of my biggest things is I'm risking because I'm putting myself in an area there's not a lot of backhaul freight going back up towards Bowling Green, Toledo area from Nashville area. Either I have to travel 140 miles to Chattanooga or 30 some miles over to this other city I cannot remember the name of. So the risk is kind of not outweighing, the risk is kind of outweighing the reward. Okay, so I can't settle for even $2 a mile because there's a lot of risk involved. Okay, number 3 is going to be the commodity. It's understanding your commodity. Now, I did a video talking about lanes and understanding lanes where I went more in depth about commodity, but I want to do it again right here. Okay, commodity, knowing your commodity is not just about knowing the type of freight that you're going to be hauling. It's also knowing whether or not how hot that particular item that you're hauling is going to be. And I use the flatbed analogy, but I'm going to use the Coca-Cola. I pick up Coca-Cola bottles, and it's during the holidays. Okay, everybody who's an American that celebrates holidays knows exactly this type of season because it's common sense. Everybody eats a lot during the holidays. Our family get-togethers and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things that people has to buy during the holidays is soda. It's a whole bunch of soda. So, a whole bunch of pop, a whole bunch of soda pop, cooler. Just in case I'm hitting, if I didn't say it wherever y'all from, I'm sorry. But we call it pop where I'm from. So people buy a whole bunch of pop. And guess what? That pop comes in cans. That pop comes in plastic bottles. So this, at this particular time during the holidays, is a hot commodity. So all because you understand the season for the commodity is up, that means the value of your particular lane is going to be up. So you need to make sure you're getting paid or tapping into that little bit of the peak season. Okay, so that means the value of this particular load, the value of this particular lane goes up. So we talked about risk, self-worth, as well as knowing your commodity. Okay, and the last and not least is cost of operation. Cost of operation is one of the biggest things you need to understand and know before you even jump into being an owner operator. Okay? And it's not that hard to figure out. Okay? The cost of operation for me is $453 a day to operate my truck. That's the cost of fuel a day. That's my truck payment a day. That is everything in between all in a day. So I need $450 just to operate my truck. I want to try to at least, make another additional $450 in my pocket as profit. So right there is $900. But then also I got, the commodity that is worth, bukus of money right now because it's hot. This item really has to be there. So I need for them to really make sure that they're buying into my time and stuff, and they really want to dedicate me. They can't just pay me as another driver that's new to this. Okay, so now I need right there's an extra $100. But oh my God, there's a lot of risk. I might get stuck. There's an extra $200 on top of that. Now I'm gonna sit here and say, this particular lane, I get it. Every load is paying me $1,300. Okay, $1,300 on every load that I pull for this particular lane. All because I figured out my rate, and I just told you guys how to do it. It is based off of your cost of operation. It's based off of the commodity and whether or not it's trending and how it's trending in the market space, as well as understanding what I'm worth. And I understand I'm an elite. I call myself an elite carrier. So I don't want to get paid like a Swift. I don't want to get paid like a CR England. I don't want to get paid like a Prime. No disrespect intended. But when I do my job, I do it right. When I do my job, I give the best service. So I want to make sure I'm getting compensated for my time, for my professionalism, for all of that stuff too. So I incorporate that in there. As well as the risk of me just getting stuck there. I don't want to get stuck. So I'm make sure that they're going to pay me in case I get stuck. Okay? So then that's how it goes. So that's how to establish your rate on a per load basis. Now, when it comes to bidding or rates and stuff, and like I said in the beginning, there's a difference between an average and a rate. Okay? Most of the time when you need to offer a rate, okay, is when you're dealing with a direct shipper, okay, that has particular lanes, that has a whole bunch of loads either throughout the week or throughout the month that they need to fulfill to get from point A to point B. Or you might run into it on a load board where you might see a load that they're taking in bids, and they'll call you back if you can bid, if you're the lowest bidder, basically. Alright, so or you'll get a broker that you actually have a relationship with, and that's basically what happened with me. Is I had a broker that I had a relationship with. Her name is Jill. Okay, she was pretty cool. I moved a few loads for her. She liked the way I worked. She liked how I conducted business, and she offered me this particular lane. So that's how I did it. So when she asked me what would I charge to do this particular lane, went back to her in the email saying this is how much I would charge because of this, this, and this, and it was a good to go. You know, I wasn't too high and I wasn't too low, and it was just right, and it was worth my time. So hopefully, after me telling you guys this, y'all know the difference between a rate versus an average. Okay, so in my next video, my next educational video, I'm going to talk to you guys about what is the average and how to find your average. And I can even give you guys my average. Even if you guys copy off of it, whether it's for flatbed or drive-in, you can even use it for you. So I don't care if you guys heard it over there. I don't care if y'all heard it over there. Because over here, I'm going to give you the mother trucking truth. Nothing more, nothing less. And then, as always, man, if you guys like my content, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Hey, if you guys got any feedback, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, if you guys are here for the first time and you're liking the information that I'm giving you, hey, hit the subscribe button right now. And also hit the bell so that way you'll be notified every time I go live or every time I do a video like this or every Friday, mostly every Friday, okay, when I put out my Trucking Truth vlogs, okay? Other than that, I'm getting ready to go back to work. I'm about to be outie. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. I'm going to catch you guys on the other side. Peace.